Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel. In the previous video, we have completed the authentication thing. So the authentication concept is completed. And now let's go to the modules in the Angular. Before going to the modules in Angular, I want to show you another thing that is in the Angular about the dynamic components. So for example, in the dynamic components, if you see, the component will be placed dynamically in the DOM. So the dynamically placing of the component you can see using the structural directives, that is ngIf directive, or otherwise ng for directive also it will place the dynamic components. So instead of using this what I can say using this ngIf, we can also use the dynamic components using the coding basis also. So that means through the Angular code from the TS logic also we can place the dynamic components. So this is little bit of advanced concept, so just I want to share it with you. So before going to the Angular modules, completing of the Angular modules, just I want to tell you about the dynamic components also. So for example, let's see with the traditional model. So how we will be achieving the dynamic component. Let's say I am starting an alert model. Here you will be able to see in the shade folder I am creating an alert model. So here I will try to create alert model component ts. And another one what I will try to do is alert model dot component dot html. Okay, now this is the component. What I want to try to do is, so if I write any invalid email here, okay, any invalid and password, so here we are showing that email not found at the top, so this is fine, correct. But what I want to do is I want to show an alert pop-up here. I want to show that error message in that alert pop-up. Let's try to do this one. So that means that alert pop-up is a dynamic component. Okay, dynamic component means when the error comes only that component should be placed, until and unless that component should not be present, right? So now let's try how we can achieve it through the common process. For a common process is nothing but what I want to do is just I want to first I will create a alert model component. So here if I go here, I will write export class, so alert model component. Okay, so this is the alert model component, and this is all the common logic what we have learned in the previous videos and all those things. So with that component, what I can do, can do the selector app alert model, and I can give the template URL. Okay, so let's include this component input template URL, and this one will be the alert model dot component dot html style URLs. So always try to create the component of your word instead of using this CLI thing. Why? Because so you will get accustomed to this one. So .css, so component .css. Okay, so let's try to create that CSS file also. Alert model dot component dot css. Okay, so this is a simple model. So if you want to include that model, what we need to do, we have created a model, and the second step is let's include that one in the alert model. Okay, alert model component I have included here in the alert model component also. So fine, so first step is completed. Let's try to design this one. Okay, let's try to design this one. So what I can do, so div class is equal to first one with the backdrop. Okay, backdrop means backside you will be getting a black color type of thing, and here I will be giving div class is equal to, sorry, so this all comes in HTML type of thing. Alert box, I can give alert box. In this one I can write something like div, and the error message what I want to show I can show it here, and I can have something like action messages div as is equal to alert box actions. Okay, so this is the actions thing. So here I can write div, sorry, button type is equal to button, just I can write like btn primary. So this one is just a primary button, and here what I can write is I can move it to the text right. Okay, so this all comes under the CSS. Let's assume and here the error message. So this one will be coming as an input for us. So here I can take it as input. So that means we will be sending it as a input for this one, input error. So this is the basic stuff. So input should be imported from the Angular code. You need to remember this one. Okay, so done. Now I want to include this one whenever we get an error. So now let's go to the auth component. If I go to the auth component.html, here I want to show, instead of showing this error message, I want to show the select model. So what I can do here, I can make it comment here, and what I will try to do here, app-alert-model. Okay, so I need to pass the error message. Okay, I can pass it as error, and when I need to show star ng if is equal to when error is there. Okay, so this is the alert model. Now let's try to do the output. If I try to check the output, so let's try to write some password, and if I try to give email not found, still we are getting. So let's try to save. Okay, so when we got okay, fine. So we are able to get the now let's try to check it again. Console, so we don't get any errors. So let's try to write it here. So now we are able to see the email not found, and here we are able to see the button also. Now what we need to do, let's go to the HTML, and here we can write the button. We forgot to need button. Okay, close button. Let's try to design this one, just small design thing. So I will be writing backdrop, and here I can view which is equal to 100%, and the position should be fixed. And what I can do, if it is not 100%, we can view 100 viewport width. Okay, for the time being. The height is also, what I can do is 100 viewport height. Here top is equal to 0 pixel, and left side also 0 pixel. And the background color, what I can give is RGBA of 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0.75 or something like this. I'll be giving. Okay, so opacity. So this is the basic backdrop what I can do. Okay, and for the alert box, so for the alert box, what I need to do is, alert box. So this one is also the position fixed, so it should be fixed thing. It should be fixed, and also it should be top 20 viewport width. It should be, so it can come 20, and the width should be of 60 viewport width. Why? Because this left side 20 and right side 20 it should be. And what I can give the padding of something like 30 pixel or something like this. Okay, and the background color, what I can give, background color, it should be of white color. Want to give box shadow, you can give the box shadow also. So back shadow will be 0 pixel to pixel or 8 pixel, sorry, and you can give RGBA of same thing 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0.5 or something like this. Okay, so we have given the RGBA alert box also. So let's try to see the output, how the output will come. Let's go. If I go and if I see, if I try to read again the output, I see again this one, then we are getting. So let's refresh it again, so that we'll get the nice output. So we saved it. Okay, we saved it. And now if I try to write it again, so if I try to write it again, I click here, so we got something like nice output. But here we are able to see what I can say, z-index problem is there. So let's what we'll try to do is, so this one will be z-index of 50 I will give, and this one I will try to give z-index of 100. Okay, so this should be outside, right? So now what I can do, so let's refresh it. Okay, so if we remove the zoom out thing, then it will be very clear. So if I write test@test.com, and if I write one something like this, if I click here, still we are able to get wrong thing. Let's see, top is 24 bit. Sorry, so left we need to give the left is 20 bit, you put width. Okay, So top it should be from the viewport height. Okay, so height side, so from the top we need to give top. Okay, now this one is clear. Let's try to refresh it again. Now what I will try to do is, so let's try to give the wrong thing. I click here. Now we are able to see exact thing. So just we are showing a basic pop-up. Okay, so just alert model, we have designed our own alert pop-up. So we have backside, we have given a backdrop of some light black, and here we have designed a just small pop-up. So here we are able to show the email not found. When I click on the close, it should work. So how we can do? So what we can do is, so here in this alert model we can write @output. Okay, so we can write on close is equal to new event emitter. We can write the event emitter of void. Okay, so we will be not sending anything. So when it should fit trigger, so it should trigger whenever we press on this one, where in this one. So for this button, click is equal to on close click or something like this you will be writing. Okay, so on close click, if I write on close click here, so if I go and if I copy this one and if I paste it here, on close click, what I can do, this dot on close, so this dot, otherwise what will write is on close close we will get. Okay, this dot close dot emit. So we got the emit, we are not sending anything. So now what we will do in the auth component, now when we get any emit close, so when we get any emit close, just make it error is equal to null. Okay, so this is the method what we need. So if I go here and if I execute this one, so if I write any wrong password, wrong username or wrong password, if I click here, we are getting email not found, and I click on close, it is not going away. So let's refresh it again. Taking some time to execute. Okay, I have saved it, so I have saved all the files. Okay, fine. Let's try to refresh it again, and if I try to check the output now, if I try to check the output here, if I click on login, we got this one. If I click on close, it's gone away. So this is how we will be showing the traditional way of showing this app alert model. Now if you check this app alert model, in this app alert model, this one is a dynamic thing. When this one will be appeared, so when the error is not null only, we will be dynamically injecting this component into the DOM. So this is the common way of approach. This is the common way of approaching this dynamic component. So but in the backends, how it will work? Okay, so now instead of injecting this one through the template, we can also inject the component dynamically through the coding also. Okay, from the TS logic also we can dynamically inject this app alert model without knowing this all the things. So without keeping this all in if condition and all. Let's see how we can achieve this one in the next video. Okay, if you have any doubts, this is the common thing how we will be approaching. This is well and fine, this is correct only, but we need to know another approach also, how we can, how the Angular will be injecting this one dynamically in the behind the scenes, how it will be injecting. So we will write it from the scratch how we will be injecting that one. Okay, so we will be seeing it in the next video. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.